So we're going to select an ultimate 11. Essentially, you two are going to have to come to an agreement.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Well, it has to.
Right.
Okay? Now, we will go through position by position. If we've got time, we'll talk about wicket-keepers today or possibly opening bowlers, but we're going to start with opening batters. Post-war, you've both got two names in mind who you think should be at the top of the opening the batting for our ultimate 11.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you will argue it out. And maybe...
There's got to be if we're obviously selectors.
Yeah.
There's got to be a chairman with a casting vote.
Well, if you two can't...
You're the casting vote.
Exactly. If you two can't come to...
headmaster.
I am. If you two...
It's back to Ray Illingworth. Yeah. He's with 3 selectors, the chairman has a casting vote. It's 2-1.
Right.
He plays.
Bumble, who are your two?
Well, 2 openers in the ultimate 11, and there's many candidates. Do you want us to go through the candidates, or you just want 2 names?
I tell you what, why don't you name 2 or 3 players that you thought about but decided at the end of the day they were great but not quite great enough?
So I've got names in mind, Sunil Gavaskar.
So Sonny doesn't make the cut.
I'll tell you in a minute. Geoffrey Boycott, Matthew Hayden, Gordon Greenidge, Desmond Haynes, Marcus Truskosic, Graham Gooch. Some terrific players there.
Yeah.
I like the game pushing on.
Okay.
I like set the scene. So my opening pair, one of the bravest players, all-round players against the fastest there's been, and could whack the spinners out of sight, is Graham Gooch. And I'm traditional in that I like a right-hand, left-hand opening pair. Matthew Hayden, he's going out with him, the big fella.
Okay. Jarrod, I'm guessing Gooch isn't in your list.
He's not in my list. I mean, he's in the rough list, but
Yeah.
I think he would struggle. Maybe second part of
Struggle?
his career.
He'd struggle?
No, to make the all-time best openers.
Go on then.
You missed Graham Smith. That was the one I thought.
Yeah, I've missed Graham Smith.
Graham Smith was incredible. You don't think? I think he's remembered now as a captain. There's a bit of Clive Lloyd nonsense about him. I think
Closed hand, closed grip.
Oh no, he was ugly as hell. I wouldn't want to watch him.
Yeah. I mean, he's a lovely lad, Graham.
Yeah.
Lovely lad. If you were outside our house, I'd shut the curtains.
He's probably not going to get invited over for tea.
No, he would, but he can have his tea. But I ain't watching him.
You're not going to watch him in the
I'm
backyard.
not watching him back, no.
I think I would go Gavaskar and Greenwich.
Well, there's a lot of G's there.
G's, yeah, you got the G's.
Yeah.
So, Sonny Gavaskar, Gordon Greenidge.
Yeah. I think you want one. Yeah.
So you're saying Gavaskar's better than Boycott?
Yes. I think Gavaskar's the best player of spin.
I'll just ring Geoffrey and ask him his opinion.
You didn't have Boycott in either. Don't slag me.
I did have Boycott, of course I had, didn't I? Well, I forgot.
No, I'm saying you didn't have him in your 2.
No, I am having him in 2 because I'm wanting. These are great technicians.
Yeah.
And there's not one of us mentioned Alistair Cook.
No.
Andrew Strauss. You know, that type of player. I'm looking for a type of player.
Yeah.
And I can see Gooch taking on that big West Indies attack, as brave as a lion, and then he work out very quickly that the sweep is the shot against spin, and he swept his way to a magnificent century.
But is he a better player than Gordon Greenidge?
I would Gooch, Greenidge.
Who would you, as an opening bat, if you had to pick one, you're walking out to save the world.
Save the world?
Yeah, it's you and another, and you'll be at the non-strikers end as much as possible, hopefully.
You can't pick Geoffrey because Geoffrey would run me out. It's as simple as that. I mean, Gavaskar would bat long.
Yeah.
Bat long, Gavaskar, in that situation to save the world. But I'm not interested in saving the world. I want to win the game. I want to win it quick.
So that's why I want Gavaskar and Greenidge, because Gavaskar is going to block out the new ball, right? And he's going to bat for time, and then he's going to be brilliant against the spin. And then Greenidge at the other end is going to damage the new ball and put you under real pressure. So I want that partnership. I understand the left hand, right hand combination you were talking about.
Very important.
I just don't think Matthew Hayden is as skillful as Gordon
No,
Greenidge.
he ain't, but he's commanding.
Yeah. And I thought about Verinder Sehwag as well.
So why not Verinder?
Because I want Gavaskar in, because I think he does almost everything except for attack. And I think Verinder Sehwag, probably outside of Australia, South Africa, and Asia, is, if the ball's, you want an opener who can handle the new ball, Sehwag probably.
So you're looking for a compromise.
I think it has to
Who's
be
your two again?
Gavaskar and Greenwich.
Go on, I'm going to compromise and I'll have Greenwich.
Instead of
Gooch.
So you want Greenwich and Hayden?
Yes.
So we're going all attack?
Absolutely. I want all attack. I want to dominate the game from ball one with two very accomplished players, technically sound, and we're going to impose ourselves, as I think Hayden did, on the opposition.
So it's a big call not to have Gavaskar or boycott, isn't it?
No, you're way back. You're going back. I say it used to be played. Draw. Draw.
Is this the ultimate Bazball 11?
Draw.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to
win get results.
I want a result. I want to impose on that. Yep. I want that captain to think, well, crikey, I've got to take him off. Who can I put on? And we're going to ensure that when this bloke comes on, he's going to go the distance. I don't care who he is.
So, if we've got Greenwich, is Hayden better than Verinder Sehwag to partner with Greenwich?
Yes.
Why?
Well, round the world.
Yeah.
Round the world.
Hayden struggled a bit over here, though, didn't he?
Yeah, not much though. He had a classy attack against him.
He
had a classy attack.
So Sehwag plays for 12 or 13 years, and essentially Hayden plays for about 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Do you worry?
You're not changing, mate. Hayden. Yeah, Hayden. I like Sehwag. Another little guy who can whack it.
Yeah.
I work with him. I work with Sehwag out in the what was it? International T20 League in Dubai and Abu Dhabi.
I'm glad that you remembered the name.
Sehwag was one of the commentators. They had 3 different sets.
He used to have someone who he hired who would go around behind him and would compose his text messages for him. That was what that guy's job was.
Really?
Yeah. And you would have noticed this if you know him. He talks in the third person about himself.
Yes.
So he says, Viru will come and have coffee with you tomorrow. So I hope that the text messages were written in the same way. Viru will. Okay, all right. I worry about Hayden. If we're doing it all time.
I mean, we are talking about all time, right? And you're saying between you two that Matthew Hayden
I have an issue.
Something jars a little bit with that.
Well, who would you have? You're chairman of this.
No.
You are chairman.
Yeah, but I ain't going to do it. Well, I'm telling you, I'm not quite ready to put Hayden at the top of my.
I like the idea of Hayden, but I don't think he's as well-rounded as you remember. So he's famous for having a great series in India.
Uh-huh.
The next 2 series he went back, he didn't make any runs. Mm-hmm. Right. So
that's my gamble.
Yeah.
That's my gamble.
Because you want an attacking player.
I want him to attack.
The problem with the attacking openers is they're all a bit flawed. Right?
Well,
so
don't you want a contrast?
Yes. Michael Slater.
Slater was flawed. Yeah. All those guys are, by definition, because they're attacking so hard. You can't.
Hey, I'll come back with Hayden or Trescothick.
I think Hayden's probably still a better player than Trescothick.
Okay.
What about Tresco? Tresco played in Australia more.
I mean, if
not against an Australian attack, that is.
Yeah. Look, I think Tresco was incredible, and is probably not remembered as well as he should be. But I don't think he's quite on this level.
But we are talking about ultimate 11 here, guys.
Yeah. So
you settled on Gordon Greenwich between you.
I could easily have gone Greenwich and Haynes because they know each other. They know each other's game. Greenwich and Haynes.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get much of an argument against them two. I'm going to throw an absolute spanner in this. Barry Richards.
Barry Richards would be perfect for this. He would be the perfect opener with Greenwich, and they used to open together, didn't they, at Hampshire?
Yes. I've got to flip this.
So you changed? Personally, I think Greenwich and Gooch sounds better than Greenwich and Haynes. But anyway, so you want to throw Richards in there?
Oh, well, Barry Richards is one of the all-time greats, and the tragedy is a lack of Test match cricket. He's one of the all-time greats.
If he plays Test cricket, he's probably...
If he plays Test cricket, he is... You just pick him, Barry Richards.
He's probably automatic in this list.
There we are. He's automatic.
But he didn't.
Greenwich and Richards.
But he only played 4 tests.
He played 4 tests. I'll tell you what. When I played 4 tests against Australia, it was fantastic. I played 4 tests against Australia, and when it was the centenary Test match, 1976, 75, 76, Qantas, God bless them, wonderful airline. If you'd played 4 test matches in Australia, we fly you out for all the celebrations. So all the England players who were alive, obviously, left London and went to Australia to watch the centenary test. Eddie Painter was on the trip. Percy Fender was on the trip.
Eddie Painter was a good cricketer. Not
yeah,
opener.
Yeah, Percy Fender was on the trip.
First off, if Qantas want to sponsor this, great. Are we done? So we've got Greenwich, right?
Well, as chairman, how do you feel about Barry Richards?
If you two agree on Barry Richards...
He played 4 test matches. He played after the war. What's the criteria?
Do you know, he told me the other day that if he played cricket seriously, he would average 70.
He's in.
And he played with the side of his bat, don't you?
Well, there we go.
There's certain innings where he just got bored, he would play. I think he did an accounting game, didn't he? He just decided to play with the side of his bat.
Well, a very eccentric and lovely, lovely lad who I opened the batting with for Lancashire, Barry Wood, went into minor counties cricket and shaved the sides of his bat, so he just played with the middle. Yeah, he's quite an eccentric lad, Barry. So I'm Barry Richards, Gordon Greenwich. Are we happy?
It's a pretty good lineup, isn't it? All right. I find it hard to argue with that because Barry Richards is going to score quick and he's going to make a lot of runs.
Yeah.
And Gordon Greenwich is going to put you under so much pressure.
Yeah.
So there are going to be people angry with us that players with higher averages.
Good. That's what this is all about.
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just pointing out we are specifically looking for openers who are going to move the game forward because we both believe that pressure means more than just blocking out the new ball. That's what we're both saying.
Yes.
Smith, Cook, Gavaskar, Boycott, all fantastic openers,
yes,
but they're not the kind of openers that we're looking for.
In that type of player, that's in true Bazball style, that's not the type of player that we're looking for at this moment.
Yeah. I'm much happy with Barry. I think Barry Richards was a better.
We could do that. I could tell you what, we could do this again. We're going to play for 10 days and we ain't going to lose.
Timeless test.
Yeah. Timeless test, and we ain't going to lose. Who we're going to pick?
It'd probably be Boycott Gavaskar then.
Yeah, David Steele at 3, something like that.
Yeah. Right, we're done then, yeah?
Madassa Nazar, he gets in.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Richards and Greenwich.
That's it.
Not that Richards.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.